We are here at Conscious Life 2020. And this is Sunday, so we are wrapping it up today. And I am here with the lovely Toni Vaughn.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. So Toni has a show on the Expansion Network called Out of the Box. How did that come about that you got this show? And describe, what is this show about?
So outside the box, I wanted to come up with something to let people, I wanted the spirituality industry, I guess, to become a little more normalized. I think a lot of people think that they have to be a certain way, dress a certain way, believe a certain way in order to enhance their spirituality, or to get more into that. And I wanted it to become this normal thing. Like I've said on the show, people with tattoos, and we're normal people that just want to be better and to go within and figure out our gifts and to let go of blocks and and that kind of thing, and not have it be the woo woo. And nothing wrong with the woo woo. No. It's just not my thing, and I think sometimes that people keep themselves back a little bit from the spirituality thing because they think that that's all it is, and it's not.
No, it's not. It's not shrouded in mystery and wonder. It's
right.
about knowing who you are.
Right.
And that's what spirituality is about, is knowing what your truth is.
Yes.
So yeah, I
yes.
love that. I love that. You also have a book, Drop It Like It's Hot.
Thank you. It's actually an international #1 bestseller. This particular book does not have the sticker on it yet.
Very cool. Congrats. I didn't know that. So congratulations.
Yes, thank you very much.
So it's the pocket guide to letting go of your blocks.
Yes.
And this person's dropping judgment, worthless, loss, all this stuff. Why?
I had basically done about 12 years worth of research for myself, trying to, there's that question that most of us have, like, is this all there is? Is it going to get any better than this? And so I spent about 12 years doing research and studying and implementing and things like that. And the information that's in the book is kind of a culmination of that. And you might not think, because the book itself is not, show them, it's not super thick. But I had gotten so many self-help books that were this thick, and I felt like, I'm sure they had really good information, but for me, a lot of times it felt like the author was writing to their peers in a language that their peers would understand, but maybe the layman term average person would get overwhelmed with it and then just be like, okay, and then feel stupid. I don't get this, so I must be an idiot. And so I wanted to write something that was very practical. The universe and its laws and all of that is not complicated. We complicate the hell out of everything. And I wanted to make something that was easy. A teenager could read this and implement the things in there, as well as somebody that was older and everybody in between. So that's kind of what I wanted to simplify it. And of course, when you find something that works for you and it changes your life, it's totally natural to want to reach out and share that with it. Like, you want other people to feel as good as you feel. And so that was the purpose of the book.
I randomly did this. I'm like, pick a page. That's what Spirit said. Pick a page. And I open it up on the blame game.
Oh, the blame game. Yeah.
And you said most of us at some point in our lives have known someone in our circle of friends or family who seems to constantly complain about how the other people are reaching their potential and not following their dreams. Yeah. So, because I see it as we just need, again, drop it like it's hot. Drop that blame.
Yeah.
Drop blaming yourself and other people, and just
it's not doing anything for you. We all know that person that can't get ahead at their job because their boss is a jerk, or because other employees are sabotaging the work that they've done, or And I'm not saying that things like that don't ever happen. Yeah. I'm sure that they do, but that was also a result of the person attracting that kind of thing to them. And it's so much easier to blame other people and circumstances than it is to take accountability for our own lives. And there's nothing more freeing than taking 100% accountability for what's going on in your life, whether it's finances, your relationships, your career, anything like that. And because when you don't take responsibility and you're blaming everybody else, then you have to wait for them to change in order for your life to get better.
Yeah.
So, is that what you want? Or do you want to take control and start making the changes yourself?
Because you could be waiting around for a long
Yes,
time.
you could. I remember Wayne Dyer. I used to love watching Wayne Dyer, and he had talked about a gal when he was doing therapy that would come in and all she did was complain about her mom and her dad and her siblings and coworkers, and that it was everybody else's fault that she wasn't getting ahead. And he pulls out his prescription pad and he says, "Now, what are their names?" And she's like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Well, obviously you're fine.
Yeah.
It's everybody else. So let me write out some prescriptions for them so they can change so that you can get better."
That's a good one. I've never heard of that one.
Which was like a joke, and that he was saying, but that's so true and so real. You'll be waiting around a long time if you're waiting for other people to change in order for your life to be better.
Absolutely. Take control of your own life.
Yes. So the book talks about that. It also talks about how you got to where you got, why you have the blocks that you have, and not in a traditional therapy sense that I don't want people going back and going, "That's right, this happened when I was a kid," and then they just get upset and emotional all over, reliving it all over again. It's not about that.
Yeah.
You get out of traffic, you get on the sidewalk, you get more objective, and you say, okay, when I was growing up, this was my environment, this is how these other people were when I was trying to figure out who I was, and I attached myself to that. I don't have to do that anymore. I'm not a kid. I'm not at the mercy of my surroundings to tell me who I am. I can decide who I am, and so you don't have to do that anymore. So it's, like I said, it's not a traditional therapy kind of thing. It's just being objective and going, oh, okay, I don't have to be that anymore.
Right.
It's not true, so I can change that. So it's about identifying them, understanding why you are the way you are, why you have the blocks that you have, and then there's also some different things in here. Number one, stop watching the news.
That's a big one.
That changed my life.
Yep, me too.
More than anything is when I stopped watching the news. December of 2013.
You remember this?
I do.
Yeah.
I stopped watching the news. I took MSN off, like that used to be my homepage on my computer, which had all the news stories, all the scary, bad things.
Fear.
Took that off. Anybody in my Facebook circle, if they're consistently posting negative stuff, off.
Yep.
I don't unfriend them, I just unfollow them.
Yeah, unfollow.
Just, still love you, but I don't want to hear it anymore. I choose what's in my reality. So that was one of the biggest things. People don't have any idea how much that's affecting them.
They do.
And the fact that watching it, you're feeding it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
you're feeding into that consciousness.
Right, because that is a reality, but it doesn't have to be your reality.
It does not. So
So once you get out of that, so many times living in Southern California, I would get calls from family who watch the news and would say, "How's that? Are you guys close to that fire?" Or something. I'm like, "There's a fire?
Did you feel the earthquake? Are you okay?"
Yeah. Well, I mean, the earthquake thing I probably couldn't escape, but the one that they did have the end of September in 2019, I was actually driving.
That was a pretty good one.
I was driving on my way to Utah.
Oh, wow.
Actually going to see Casey and Brad and my family, and my husband called and said, "Oh my God, did you feel that?" And I'm like, "Feel what? What are you talking about?" Completely missed it.
Wow.
And so, and all the aftershocks, I was gone that weekend, didn't feel any of them. So yeah, I made that not my reality because earthquakes scare me to death. So yeah, it's just not as hard as people think it is.
It's not.
It's really not. And,
No.
But I wanted it to be presented in a way where people can just go, seriously? That's all I have to do?
Yep. Have their own aha moment.
Yes.
I got it now.
Yes.
Very
yes.
cool. So your
Absolutely.
show, Out of the Box, on the Expansion Network.
Yes.
I was going to say who was your favorite guest, but I don't want
But
to
you
be
were one.
partial.
Yeah. I also wanted to say that I, in addition to the book and to the show,
Yes.
Starting this next week, I'm going to have, there's an online course, coaching course,
Oh,
a
congrats.
6 week coaching course that also includes a free 1-hour coaching session with me.
Wonderful.
That's going to be available on the website, and also one-on-one coaching,
Nice.
which has been available, but
so
I'm actually,
worth
but it's on the
that.
website now that you can actually go on and get it there
And
as
what's
well.
the website?
That is dropitlikei'tshot.org.
Org or RG.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes.
What have you learned from your show? Like, what was one of the big lessons?
You know, the coolest thing I think was when I contacted Casey, and Casey and I have been friends for over 10 years, and I found out she had the network, and I called her up and asked her if I could be on her show, and she was like, absolutely. And the next text was, would you like to have your own show?
Yep.
Which, you know, in the midst of manifesting what I wanted, that never occurred to me. And I stared at my phone, and just my brain just went, you know, the record scratch.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. And I was like,
come again?
do I want to have my own show? And initially there's that, you know, there's that fear.
Of course.
Who the heck are you? Like, you can have your, you know, but then but then instantly after that, heck yes, I'd like to have my own show.
Absolutely.
So
Duh.
the opportunity and the fear, but doing it anyway. You know, I don't care if I'm scared. I'm going to do it anyway.
Yes.
This is what I'm supposed to be doing, and everything fell into place. I'm like, I don't know how to edit. I figured out how to edit stuff on my own, edit my own videos and everything, and then getting to meet all these different kinds of people, such as yourself, and get that information out there for people to help you to grow your business, but then also to open up the eyes of people that maybe didn't even know what you do existed.
Right.
And the other guests and things like that too. So just sharing that information with other people has been amazing, really amazing. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
So
they can find the book, the workshops, classes, everything at dropitlikei'tshot.org.
yes,
And this book is available there, and it's available on Amazon as well?
it's available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
Barnes
Yeah.
& Noble. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Toni, so
Okay.
much. This
Thank
is
you.
wonderful.
And thank you.
Thank you.